Hello, children. My name is Pa Ayo. Today, I want to tell you about the history of Yorubaland. Long before modern Nigeria existed, before great kingdoms rose and powerful kings ruled the land, a remarkable civilization was already taking shape in West Africa. This is the story of Yorubaland, a history woven from migration, mythology, leadership, and empire. Long ago, Yoruba traditions tell of a people whose origins lay in the east, far beyond the forests of present-day Nigeria. Ancient stories describe a migration from the northeastern regions of Africa. Many historians have noticed striking similarities between Yoruba and ancient Egyptian cultures in religion, burial practices, sacred art, and traditional customs. To the early Yoruba, the East was sacred. It represented beginnings, a spiritual homeland remembered through generations. After many years of travel and settlement, these ancestors finally reached a land destined to change their history forever. That place was Ile-Ife. Yoruba tradition teaches that there was once a time when the world was covered entirely by water. The Almighty God decided to create dry land and sent divine message of heaven. Their leader was Obatala, accompanied by 16 immortal beings. They carried sacred objects, 5 pieces of iron, a lump of earth wrapped in white cloth, and a cockerel. But during the journey, Obatala became drunk with palm wine and could not fulfill the mission. At that moment, Oduduwa took leadership, descending at a sacred place now called Oyo Empire in Ile-Ife. Oduduwa placed the iron upon the waters, laid the earth upon it, and released the cockerel. The bird scratched and scattered the soil across the waters, and land appeared. Ile-Ife became the cradle of creation, and Oduduwa became the first ruler. From Ile-Ife, Oduduwa sent his sons and grandsons across the land to establish new kingdoms. Cities grew, cultures flourished, and scattered communities became united by language, belief, and tradition. Thus, Yorubaland was born. Among these kingdoms, one rose above the others, Oyo. Founded by Oran Miyan, a son of Oduduwa, Oyo grew into a powerful state by the 15th century. Within 100 years, it expanded into a vast empire, extending its influence as far as Dahomey. Trade prospered, cities expanded, and Oyo became one of the greatest empires in West Africa. At the center of Oyo's power stood Wo and the Ile-Ife, the king known as the Lord of many lands. Though sacred and powerful, the Ile-Ife did not rule alone. The council called the Oyo Messi, led by the Bashorun, advised him and controlled royal succession. They even had the authority to remove a king who ruled unjustly. This system of checks and balances made Oyo's government unique and stable for centuries. Another powerful institution was the Ogboni society, respected elders who protected justice and tradition. Harmony, not tyranny, was the foundation of Yoruba governance. The empire's strength also depended on its army, led by the Areona Kakanfo, the supreme war general, with organized infantry and cavalry forces. So the Ara protected the empire, expanded its territories, and maintained order across distant, rich in spirituality, governance, art, and culture. Their history lives on in language, festivals, traditions, and identity. A story not only of kings and kingdoms, but of a people whose heritage continues to shape Africa and the world today. And it all began with a journey from the east and a sacred landing at Ile-Ife, the heart of Yorubaland. And that is the end of today's story. So children, what have you learned today?
I've learned that Oyo Empire is the most powerful kingdom in Yorubaland. I've learned that Yoruba origin is traced to the east.
Now, who can tell me about Oduduwa?
I've learned that Oduduwa was the first ruler of Yorubaland.
Excellent. Very well, my children. Good night, children.
Thank you, Pa.